Alright, so what's up everybody? Today we have some really good information. Activision, you know that company that likes to make Benjamins on an hourly basis, likes to kick people out of their company and give like $15 million to their new CFO instead of like hiring more people and making quality products? Yes, that's the company I'm talking about. Josh, okay? This guy, before we go into this information, I quickly want to say Josh is doing God's work. If you're listening to this video, Josh, somehow, some way, I'm not sure how the universe works, but if somehow you land on this video, I just want to say you did something really good for humanity. And this, when I saw this information, US Senator Josh, okay, introduces bill to ban loot boxes and pay-to-win microtransaction in video games. When I heard that, I was like, nah, this is clickbait. This is a fantasy, you know, urban legend. But then I kind of read the whole thing and this is unbelievable. So Josh, if you're listening, you're doing God's work. Keep it up, my man. And you know what? I'm not printing Benjamins on an hourly basis here, guys. But you know what? I want to do a little, okay, just a little act of kindness. Just put a 20 in the chat in the comments below, and I'm gonna be picking a random comment and I'm just gonna be PayPaling that person 20 USD just like that, okay? If I was making Benjamins on an hourly basis, I totally would have higher up the price or the giveaway thing. But guys, I'm also living life in the sixers. But I want to dive into this information because this means a lot of stuff regarding the upcoming Modern Warfare 4. There are a couple of arguments. Obviously, don't be crazy happy right now regarding Modern Warfare 4. Don't let your dogs out. Don't be, you know, moonwalking and none of that. Just don't do that just yet. Be happy. I mean, this information is definitely gonna give you a big dosage of dopamine. You're gonna be releasing that sucker like crazy right now. So let's just get right into it. Senator Josh has announced that he is introducing a bill to the Senate floor that will ban loot boxes and pay-to-win microtransactions in video games that are played by, cannot say certain words here on YouTube because YouTube AI will take it in the wrong direction, but you know what I mean. This bill targets games that are played by those under this age. This bill is called the Protecting of People from Abusive Games Act. And I quote, when a game is designed for the homies, game developers shouldn't be allowed to monetize addiction. That's what Hawley said. And Hawley, once again, you're doing God's work. Long life, my man. And when homies play video games designed for the homies, they should be walled off from compulsive microtransactions. Game developers who unknowingly exploit people should face legal consequences. +1 to that. Games targeted at those under the age of this would be determined by subject matter, visual content, and other indicators similar to those who used to determine applicability of the People's Online Privacy Protection Act, COPA. Long live COPA. I'm not sure what it is, but according to this article, I have everything that I need to know, right? So long live COPA. But however, Call of Duty is a rated M game meant for players 17 years or older in the US, but this bill is broad to target against games that have pay-to-win style microtransactions. Now, when I first heard this, I was like, Call of Duty is not really gonna be affected, but it is gonna be affected. But I have a feeling that Activision is just gonna find another loophole and be like, well, we make microtransactions that are not pay to win, right? They are just cosmetics only. They're probably gonna pull that out, I'm pretty sure. So don't let your dogs out, don't moonwalk just yet. But this ban would affect other games across the industry like Blizzard's Overwatch, EA titles like FIFA, Apex, and even some ways Fortnite Save the World mode. So I mean, Fortnite is doing God's work in my opinion. Obviously it's a free-to-play games. We're getting updates on a regular basis. Yes, I'm a non-Fortnite player, but I respect what Epic Games is doing for Fortnite, right? You know, and in a press release, Senator Hawley gave an example of Candy Crush's microtransactions, a game owned by Activision Blizzard. Social media and video games prey on user addiction, siphoning our people attention from the real world and extracting profits from fostering compulsive habits. Hawley said, no matter this business model advantages to the tech industry, one thing is clear, there is no excuse for exploiting homies through such practices. Loot boxes and microtransactions have been a big issue in the video game industry the last several years as more developers have implemented such systems in their games. The major shift in public opinion on loot boxes started after EA's Star Wars Battlefront 2 controversy, with the title having immense pay-to-win features across the board. And this is such a good news because I've been feeling like I'm not enjoying video games anymore. You know, I feel like there's a dry period. I mean, yes, there's a dry period and sometimes you find some video games to be a little bit boring, but sometimes I go back to play some older games on the PS3, and those are the games that I know life like crazy. I've played them for years and I still go back to them and I still enjoy them. Why is that? Is it because those games don't have microtransactions and those games have quality content? I guess because currently I don't really enjoy Black Ops 4, even though the game feels like it's good and we're getting a lot of content, but all of that content is behind paywalls, and let's be real, most of the content is stickers and just little things right here and there, right? And most of it is behind paywalls, and if you don't pay, you don't get to experience that content. And I guess that's why people are kind of feeling that burnout. And obviously Black Ops 4 looks like Black Ops 3, but it's a downgraded version of Black Ops 3, so that doesn't help either. And this kind of left me wondering like what this means for Modern Warfare 4. Are we gonna have more microtransactions or not? I mean, this statement right here that says that Call of Duty is a rated M game and for players 17 years or older in the US, but this bill is still abroad to target against games that have pay-to-win style microtransactions. So this gives me hope, but at the same time, I have a feeling that Activision is gonna find another loophole. For sure, we're gonna have microtransactions in Modern Warfare 4 now that Activision is gonna see these damages and see that their Candy Crush game is gonna be affected by this. Obviously, they will be like, have to reduce or completely abandon microtransactions for that game. Obviously, that will cut their money big time. They are not gonna be seeing those Benjamins on an hourly basis like they used to. So obviously, now their new mean to make money would be putting more microtransactions in Modern Warfare 4. That is a beloved franchise, and they're definitely gonna, just take a massive dump on that game and on the community. I have a feeling that they're really gonna quadruple microtransactions for Modern Warfare 4, although we have this statement, so I have a feeling that we might not see microtransactions on the likes of which we've never seen before, but that is complete speculation. But today it's a good day. Let me know your thoughts below, like and subscribe for more, and definitely share this news with your homies, and you just hug someone you love today because this is a really good news. And I'll definitely see you in the next one.